like to think of these as a vacation for your car and a vacation for you, because our cars also want to have this kind of exercise. To be able to live on a daily basis with your special car in a way that you can enjoy it in the most connected manner possible. It's not commuting on the interstate, it's not driving through city traffic. That's not what this is about. It's about sort of the dream life for you and the dream life for your car. You're both happier when you get to experience it that way.
Well, first of all, the smell was awesome because you could smell those cars all drove. To walk through the building with all the, it was a visceral and very tactile experience for me because many of those cars I've never seen. Many of those cars we have, and I love driving them, the Auto Bianchis and the little Fiats and I love the Tatra exhibits and I love the one-offs, the one-of-a-kinds. The propeller cars and I mean, just incredible. The coal-fired car, incredible things that I've seen at shows before that the lane brings out. But it's again, it's a museum filled with a passion.
I saw that, Weber was very interested in cars and said, this might be the hobby that you need to have when you retire because you're going to need to retire and you should have a hobby. And it's been wonderful to meet other people with great interest and just people from all over the country that are here and just very different backgrounds, and they're really interesting to know.
It is. I've taken her to the track, I've taken her to Cars and Coffee, and pretty much all the events.
I love driving. I could have spent 6 hours just at the lane, looking at cars. Going to the Grand Ole Opry. I mean, I enjoy country music. I'm a former opera singer, and it was terrific to stand on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry and test the acoustic of the theater. Visiting Jack Daniels. I love visiting any factories. I don't care what you make in a factory. I love just the process of raw materials coming out, being processed and being created into a product that people then take home with them. So that was exciting. And so the idea that you can share all of these things, learning new things, getting to know people who I know well, better, getting to know people that I haven't met before, and wanting to get to know them better, that's what this is all about. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's one of my favorite points of engagement in the car world.
Cars die, they go to sleep, and sometimes they never wake up. And that's what we've got to avoid. Cars are meant to be driven. They are a tool. Sometimes, very often, they're beautiful tools, and that's what I love about it.
You take today's drive, for example, we spent about, what, a total of 3-ish hours driving a 20-minute drive. So in a lot of ways, especially with enthusiast cars, it's not about the most efficient route, it's about the most enjoyable route, and that is oftentimes not the quickest route.
Well, we live in Newport, Rhode Island, where Audrain is based. I've been a car guy 30, 40 years, and it was a blessing that Audrain appeared in Newport, and so I've participated in all their concours, events. I joined Motorsports, which is a great idea. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of great car people, thanks to Audrain. Well, I love driving. I do a lot of rallies, and these guys came up with some great roads for us to drive on. But I got to admit, the camaraderie with the other people and the Audrain team was a big highlight of the week.
The Audrain team is like a dream team.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
One of the reasons behind the creation of the Charter Collection was a very simple one. The fact is, how many people have you met in your life who said, oh yeah, I used to have a sports car, and then I got married, and then I had a kid, and I had to sell it, and I'd love to have one of those again. And you say, well, why not? I consider myself professionally as a car enabler. So, hey, you want one of those cars? I can help you find one. But if you want to have the experience without making the commitment of buying a car, maybe you're not ready to buy that car, or maybe you want to try a Porsche 911 because you've never driven one for any distance, or you want to try an MGB, or you want to try a Jeep. It's all these kinds of different driving experiences. One of the things that I consider myself so incredibly fortunate to have been able to do in my life is to experience so many different cars. To give the opportunity for members of Audrain Motorsport and for the general public who wants to get to know Audrain Motorsport to hire one of these cars, and especially to hire for an event like this, is even better, because you can tootle around town, but to get to know a car on roads like this, the way they were intended to be used by their makers, is very special, and it's an opportunity we want to give everybody access. We've already got a vision for a number of tours for 2023. We're certainly going to come back to the South in November of 2023. We've got some ideas for a tour percolating right now. That should be very exciting. A great mix of terrific roads, of wonderful collections to visit, people to meet, places to eat, which is very, very important to this group, and a number of other places, perhaps in the West. Some really neat places where there are incredible roads, great scenery, and a great spirit that you can really get from using a car in an amazing environment. So we've got some really great ideas for East and West, and so we're going to execute those coming next year.